Are you a fan of the Dragon Ball Super card game? If so, check out QueenCityGaming.com for sealed product, singles, and more. Just use promo code MafubaJar-10 to save 10% off your order every time.
Welcome back to the Mafuba Jar. We've been sitting away for another awesome video, and today's video is going to be a battle between Yellow Broly with the swap engine and the Baby Vegeta deck with the Union Absorb mechanic and all that fun stuff. Now, before anything else, I do want to give a sincere apology. This was supposed to be the first place winning Janemba Mill battle, but for whatever reason, that file was corrupted and I couldn't do anything to save it or anything like that. Though, luckily, I did also have this battle filmed that night as well, and this was actually the battle for second place, which I wasn't sure. Originally, I wasn't sure if I was going to put up or not because I really wanted to focus on the Janemba battle. But nonetheless, this was a very pretty cool battle. So again, I apologize that's not the Janemba Mill, but I at least did my best to make sure you guys did have a battle today. So I tried my best and I delivered on the battle at the very least. And just like with Andrew, these are both also guys from the YouTube channel Team KD. They all showed up there and they did pretty well. They represented themselves well that night. And they are going to start now with the Baby Vegeta player going first. And he's going to put down Revenge Death Ball. Going to take a life with his skill, and he will pass. Revenge Death Ball is so good. Just being able to reduce one of your opponent's battle cards by 15k for the turn, stupid. It knocks out most things that attack early game. And speaking of attacking, he is now going to attack with his Broly leader. Going to go ahead and take a life and draw a card. Any leader with that kind of ability to me is just broken. And he's going to go ahead and take the hit. And next he will play Successor of Hope to get out Bardock. Keep seeing him because, believe it or not, they're both named Matt. So the one on the right is Matt playing Broly, and the other one, believe it or not, is also named Matt playing Baby Vegeta. So I was a little confused. That's what I was going to say, Broly and Baby Vegeta, just to keep it simple. And he'll go ahead and swing the Bardock he searched for with Successor of Hope. And does not look like he will combo. But what the Baby Vegeta does is that he shows why this was one of the first decks that could effectively stand up to Storm. And that was entirely because of Revenge Death Ball. Being able to just knock out Bardocks while they attack is just stupid. I know it wasn't the first. I know androids were also able to stand up to Storm fairly well, but Baby Vegeta just, it just destroyed them. I've never seen a swap player defeat Baby Vegeta back in those days with the whole Bardock and when Goten was still legal. Though it could have very well happened. I just personally have never seen it. So he's going to go ahead and activate his skill again, take another life. He's going to put down the 1-drop Baby with Union Absorb. Now, he can Union Absorb either a Vegeta GT or another Baby card under itself to search for the 4-drop Baby, which is pretty good. And it's even much better with the new promo that we got. And I believe he is going to do just that this turn. Uses Union Absorb. If I'm remembering correctly. He should most likely, because I did watch over this a few times. Yeah, he is. Yep. So you go ahead and tap the 1 energy to pay for that and use the Absorb. The most common one to use is Baby Vegeta, but you can use Baby itself. And he'll go ahead and get that 4-drop out, which has Double Strike. And also when it's played, you get to draw a card and knock out one of your opponent's cards. And he's going to go ahead and EX Evolve onto the new Baby Vegeta promo that I was telling you about. So where it's got Double Strike, you get EX Evolve on top of a 4-drop Baby Vegeta for free. And it's stupid. Because for just 1 red energy, you get to evolve into the 6-drop triple striking grade 8 Baby. Which, that play is just busted. There's a reason why that promo right there is easily the second most expensive card in the whole promo set next to the 3-drop Goku. So, is he going to try a combo out of it? The Double Strike's pretty nasty. Nope, he takes the Double Strike. Though it does put him at the magic number. Life to Awaken. And Man, I'm not sure why he put down such risky things as energy, like your Nimbus, your Battering. Like, man, those would be some of the last things I would ever put down. So to go ahead and play 2 Successor of Hope back to back, which is crazy that he had that many in hand. So you're gonna go ahead and get the Grandpa Gohan and the SS2 Gohan. And honestly, I wish that card had Barrier too, but that might have been at. To me, I personally wouldn't want that Gohan to have Barrier, but I can see how that's asking for too much. Because we had a Goku with that, and that was very busted back in the day. So right now, he's just deciding what he's gonna do. And he just goes ahead and plays down that 1-drop Gohan. And if I were him, I personally would have put down the Planet Vegeta to search for something. But that's me. So he swaps it to the Goku. And I believe this turn he does get rid of that baby Vegeta. I believe so. Okay, and he does put down the Planet Vegeta. Right there's the perfect time to awaken. He gets... Oh man, I wish I had that Shugesh. I'm always jealous when I see people playing those Shugeshs, because I only have the common ones. Man, I would love to own that Shugesh. He's going to go ahead and awaken, restand 2. And the Broly is going to now attack. And if he wants to, he could take an energy and restand anything, including the leader itself. So that's going to be interesting to see which one he picks. And yep, there he goes. That's how he gets rid of the baby. Let's put that. And man, a little side note here for a second. With that whole Broly deck, like there's so many decks you could build with it. It's just completely crazy. I can't wait till we get like all the other yellow Broly stuff, because I feel like that's going to be a really fun deck to mess with. Especially with that 8-drop Broly and those whole other paralyzing ones. Like, oh man, they all look so cool. Personally, I'm going to do something like that for fun once I get all those cards. So, opponent's going to put down yet another 2-drop Goku. Just has 15k beaters to pressure the opponent. Just a perfect time because he's completely tapped out. So yeah, that's one of the things with Storm. You never want to tap out against Storm. Because, or any swap thing whatsoever, just because of how quickly they can flood the board. Look at him, he's at 2 energy. And look at all those battle cards he has and all the damage he's done already. Like, even without the baby Vegeta just taking his own life, that's still so much ridiculous damage he's doing. And it's all on turn 2 as well. So, yeah, that's just completely crazy. Gonna go ahead and attack with a Goku, which does restand at the end of its turn, so definitely awesome. Now, that's one of the reasons why that Goku is so busted. Because it's a barrier blocker, and you could swing with it just to have it restand at the end of your turn. So broken. But doesn't look like he'll be able to do... Yeah, I thought so. Like, I didn't think he was be able to do much more. Like, not without, like, completely wearing himself out and just leaving himself open. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and put down a Vegeta GT, which that's kind of what he needs to absorb, but he does have other ones in hand, so it's not that big a deal. Matter of fact, if anything, was probably the smarter one because he doesn't want to tap himself out. Even though he can awaken, less energy use, the better. And he's yep, he puts it down. I was going to say he's debating on putting down the baby Vegeta, not baby Vegeta, wow, the Vegeta GT, but he does play it to draw a card. And restands the energy he just spent. So if he has the right things in hand, he could go for that Union Absorb 4-drop loop, which is just keep hitting for double strike, keep drawing, and you keep popping cards on the field. And speaking of Union Absorb 1-drops, there it goes. The baby. So all he has to do is just absorb into it, and then go straight into the 4-drop. Which, man, I love that card so much. And it looks like the Broly player was debating on doing something, but he decided against it at the last minute. So as I said, he's going into the 4-drop, which I love the artwork on the 4-drop so much. I know it's a little bit of a random thing to say, but it just looks so pretty. Just like the whole like baby in the background, Vegeta just all shining, like, it's so beautiful. And as I said, with that, he gets to draw a card and pop one of the opponent's battle cards, and his only choices are going to be the 2-drop Gokus. Because as I said before, the 3-drop in the middle does have barrier, so that is off limits. I really hope they come out with Baby Vegeta cards in the future that ignore barrier, because we're getting more and more cards that ignore barrier. I feel like the whole Machine Mutant stuff in general should be getting cards like that soon to ignore barrier, because it would just be so powerful for them. Alright, so it's got a pretty full. He has a not a full drop, but like he has a decent amount in there, which he does use. Believe this turn he does. Like I'm about 80% sure this is the turn that he uses his drop. But he's gonna go ahead and attack with his leader first, which personally I've found to be like a little, why would you attack with leader first when your opponent has an untapped yellow energy? But luckily it does not seem like he had a negate to play. Or at least chose not to play a negate that time. But, oh well. What do I know? So, doesn't look like he'd have to do like all that much. Yep, he just had to pitch a card to save it. Didn't really have to do a lot, but any chance to get rid of cards in your opponent's hand, it's always a good thing. But no, personally, I would not have attacked with the leader first. Never attack, guys. Here's a little bit of advice for you. If you're going against yellow, never attack with the leader first. Never, never. Especially because of the risk of Flying Nimbus. Unless you have to dig, which in Matt's defense, the Baby Vegeta player, he probably did have to dig for stuff he could use. So that's what I'm going to say in his defense. And right there is when he uses that drop area to play Time Patrol Trunks. Man, I miss that card a lot. Like, I know it's still played here and there, but like when it first came out, every deck had it. Just because it was like such a good card. And now he's going to try and knock out that other 2-drop Goku. But it looks like he's just going to combo one card again to save it. And that's when the whole double strike into the 2-drop Goku comes in. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I wasn't really sure what to think. Really was not sure what to think. The only thing I could have thought of here is that he did not want the Broly player to get out the 3-drop Goku. Which I can kind of understand it, because that 3-drop is the promo one, which is the same one as that Super Baby comes from, and that one's just so broken. It has a 4-cost swap of 8 that can bring on 8 drops Goku's lineage card, which that gets you straight to Height of Mastery, and Height of Mastery is just such a broken card, especially now that we have a much easier way of bringing it out. So that would be like the only thing I could say to why he would do that. I don't know. Like I said, that whole thing in general confused me a little bit, but that would be like the one thing I could probably gather from it. So, interesting enough, he did not use the Goku at all to block any of this. But, to be fair, you probably want to save that Goku for when a double strike attacks the leader. So, gotta give him credit for that one. So he did manage to protect his Goku. And is now on his 3rd energy, which sometimes I'm shocked that anything running Swap or the Broly even makes it to turn 3. Because I've seen so many battles with the yellow Broly not even make it to turn 3. Just because that's how quick it is. But this one did make it to turn 3. So that's interesting. I mean, interesting to see it. Because, like I said, I go on videos all the time and I see all these Broly players just like ending it on their 2nd energy. I'm just like, but what? What just happened? Like, that's literally how I feel whenever I watch those. And it's just honestly so crazy. And right here, the card I was talking about earlier, the new Son Goku Path to Greatness. Now, that's a very expensive card right now. Like, the Super Baby's worth some money, but that one's worth so much more money. Just like, it has barrier, draws you, it puts something in rest mode, draws a card, and it has to swap 8 straight to the Height of Mastery. And he's going to go ahead and combo off a card to save his leader. And even though he's a little low on life, he does still have the opportunity to take a life and restand a card. It could be an energy, it could be the leader card, it could be a battle card, it could be any card he wants. Which I think is personally such a broken skill on that yellow Broly. Like, it's broken, but it's not like unfair like the Shenron. I mean, it can be a little bit unfair, but it's nowhere near as unfair as Shenron, so I shouldn't even say it's broken in general, because we still have Shenron in the game, and that's broken. So, looks like he's just deciding on what to do from here, because that Goku is super dangerous right now. Like, the Baby Vegeta player has to end this on his next turn. So if he gets the 4 energy, he goes straight to that Height of Mastery, it's done. Like, Height of Mastery is a game ender right there. It's triple strike, dual attack, deflect, and he could put 3 battle cards, ignoring barrier, or 3 energy in any combination into rest mode. So, like, he has to make sure that his game ends quickly. There's very few things that can take down a Height of Mastery once that gets off and taps all of your energy. So yeah. So it looks like he's just going to go ahead and try to attack, but didn't get anywhere. So this is basically his last chance. If the Baby Vegeta does not get it at this turn, there is not much hope of him winning. I'm just going to be straight up honest, like I said. I literally just went on like a minute whole thing on Height of Mastery. And for those of you pro players who already know about it, you already know where I'm coming from even more on that. But it does look like he might have a chance. His hand is pretty decent. Like, he does not... His hand's not the greatest, but it's not bad either. Like, he can try digging with his leader. He does have super combos and those combo Gokus to help him draw more, so he does have some things he can do. So he's going to try digging with his leader. And I believe he just drops the 3-drop Vegeta GT. Which, not a whole lot. But as I said, he could use those Gokus and Bulmas to just draw him cards. If he needs to dig a lot more. So on the other hand, playing defensively would also be a safe bet. So it all just depends on what he was thinking about that turn. And man, I'm sorry guys, I just got a little salty for a second here, just thinking back at when I was pulling all those Gokus. And I was thinking like, you know what, no, I'm never gonna really build something with swap. But then you know what, it became the best thing in the game, and I was just pulling my hair out like, oh, like the lure of money was nice and all, but oh my goodness, had I just waited, had I just not been impatient, could have made so much more money on those Gokus when I sold them. When I first came on, no one really knew what to charge for them, so people were just going like maybe like 15, 20 buck prices, which was fair because that's how much you had to pay to get the packs along with a promo pack. But now, I know we're so much more, and I just got salty. And when I first saw that, the whole tapping yourself out for hits just to get cold bloodlusted, I was like, I almost cried for him. Like, oh, my heart almost shrieked for him on that. At that point, I knew basically, yeah, there's really not much he can do now. It's like that hit would have probably been his last hope, but with that there, he has 4 energy, and I know for a fact he has at least 1 Height of Mastery. So it's looking very clutch for the Baby Vegeta player. Not very clutch, it's looking very grim. Why did I say clutch? Grim. Grim's the word I meant to say. Man, oof. I'm not exaggerating, my heart really went off for him in that. So the Broly player's gonna go ahead and attack, just to add another card. But, man, honestly, a Height of Mastery almost wouldn't even matter at this rate, because he's already tapped out. And he has, like, just the hit he can put in rest mode. But still, a triple strike is always brutal. So we go ahead and gets rid of the Baby Vegeta. He's going to go ahead and attack with the Path of Greatness Goku. Just going to go ahead and come on 1 card. He's not really too worried about it. He just wants the opponent to get rid of cards. And there we go. We get the beautiful SPR Height of Mastery. Which, as I said, puts 3 cards in rest mode, whether it be battle cards or energy. And it has a triple strike dual attack. And the opponent and the Baby Vegeta player actually plays the after image counter. It doesn't negate, but it has about the card lose 10k and the leader gain 40k. So it essentially ends the attack most of the time, but it's technically not negating it. Personally, once set 6 comes out and we get the whole the new 1-drop Renegade that actually does negate it, and it has 2 of your opponent's battle cards lose 15k power, that's going to completely just obliterate After Image. But After Image really saved him there because he played 2 in a row, just up his power so much. So literally I was here just smack talking After Image, yeah, it just saved him. But Mira in the end comes in. He restands the energy with his leader, brings out the Mira, and if you can't negate Mira, you're basically done. Like, it's either negate or guaranteed hits. Just because the Mira gets so powerful. And he's gonna try. He's gonna try, but in the end, he just couldn't. And that game is going to go to Yellow Broly Swap. Baby Vegeta put up a really good fight, though. Can't lie. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more Dragon Ball content. Apologize again for this not being Janemba, but go ahead and pause that right there. But I apologize again for that not being the Janemba deck. But as I said, it got corrupted. So stuff like that, unfortunately, does happen. And so with that, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and you have been released.